Hey guys, thank you for coming back to my channel. Now this is going to be a little pinkish movie look that was requested by Nancy. Love you girl, I hope you like this video. So let's get started. On here we're going to start prepping with the Nivea moisturizing cream, and I'm going to begin by doing it mainly on the forehead due to the shadow look. Maybe later on in the video you guys will see why I do the forehead only. So let's start getting that prepped, and let's see. Then after prepping the forehead with the moisturizing cream and around the eyebrows, I'm going to begin with eyebrows. So that is, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild dark brown pencil on the brows, which is the one that's coming up on the screen, and we are going to first going to outline the eyebrow with the pencil. After we do both sides, we are going to fill it in. So I'm gonna go ahead and I went a little forward from this video. You outline the eyebrow however you like it shaped. It is optional however you would like to have it. So this is me outlining the eyebrow. Then we're gonna do the bottom, and then we go on with the top. Now I want to make sure that the inner lines for the bottom part is going to be equal, so when we connect it we don't have one eyebrow higher than the other. So then we do the top brow, and we do it just like so, like it's on the video, and you do it as thick as you want. You don't want it too thick, you want it to look a little sort of natural. So then after we do this outline, we're going to fill it in with the same pencil. Now you guys are going to go ahead and see that's how it's outlined, and then we fill it in with the same pencil that we have done the outlines with. So following through, we're going to finish filling these in with the pencil, and make sure you get every angle, every section that you want. Now don't worry if you get off a little bit out of the line, because we are going to be cleaning the eyebrows after this, after we're done filling it in and making sure we have it equal for both sides. So the following thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be setting the eyebrows with the LA Girl brow in the color medium, and we're going to use the darkest color that is in this palette with this eyebrow brush that we have here, and we're going to get the darkest color like I mentioned, and that is that one for that palette. And we're going to get some product there and fill in the eyebrows, and I'm not going to go from the inner all the way to the outer. It's going to be mainly like a little bit after the inner, because remember that the inner parts of the eyebrows are going to be blended, so we can make sure that's even. So there you go, that has been set. I guess I used the powder to set it. Then we're going to use this type of brush. I don't really remember what it's called, but we're going to use it to blend the inner sides of the eyebrows. If you guys could see, that's what gives it that faded effect. And once we clean the eyebrows, it's going to look a lot more better. And I do the Frida style where you connect the eyebrows, and it's to make sure we have it unequal. We have an equal finish there for the eyebrows. So then we're going to make sure, and if you guys don't know if you guys see that little spot right there, that one right there that I keep brushing, it's going to need a little bit more product so it can get, there you go, and it is fixed. So then we're going to go in with the cleaning part of the brows. We're going to use our little brush that we always use to clean our brows and for shadow looks as well. So for that one, we're going to go ahead and get, it's your option if you want to use concealer or if you want to use your foundation. Now I go with a little bit of a concealer look, but we do want it to not be as light. We want it to be more like in the middle, not the same color as your foundation, of course, so something in the middle. So we're gonna outline the eyebrow like you guys saw right now in the video, and then we're gonna, what is left, to brush it down towards the eyelid, and this is gonna give a good effect, so it's not that visible that we did the cleaning, even though the cleaning makes, I mean, that's life for the brows. So we're going to do the top now. We're just going to outline it and make sure that it's all perfect and clean from top to the end of the brow. Then whatever is left over, we're gonna just brush it out like so, like in the video. Brush it out towards the top or to the sides, and there you go, you have a clean brow. Now we're gonna do both sides done. Now we're gonna clean the middle. The middle is where this is gonna give us that feathered out or feathered in effect. So once that's done, make sure you clean your brush. That is what I'm doing now, cleaning my little brush there of excess concealer, so it doesn't, if that happens and you don't clean it, the product just goes everywhere. So we want to make sure you feather it in to make it have that feathered out look. So you see how that one is going. Now I'm going to go ahead and go on the other side, do the same thing. And that one is a little bit more, so I'm going to clean it with my finger there. We're going to go in trying to fix here so it has a better look. So we're going to go in and do that brow a little bit more, like so. So you guys could see that faded look. It came in a little bit on this side, so I'm going to put in more product so it can get more cleaned out, like so. Okay, so now we see it a little more clean. We use the tip of our fingers also to finish off the look and to clean it a little bit more. So now we're going to begin with the eyeshadow look. Here is, I little fast forward a little bit to show you guys what look is going to be done with the eyeshadow, so it's a little faster and we're not doing both eyes. So I used the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette. I love those new colors, so we're going to be using that pink, and we're going to start with the eyeshadow look. So the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be prepping the eyelid, which in the video I kind of forgot, but yes, we add the concealer on top, and we're gonna go ahead and blend that out so we could prep the eyelid for the eyeshadow look. And then let me know what you guys think about the voiceovers videos, or if you guys want me just talking on the video. But that one is set to go, so we're gonna go ahead and go with that pink here. I totally don't have the name, I forgot to, but if you guys have the palette, you'll know. So we're gonna go ahead and blend that on the top of the lid. Now remember, I do most of my makeup looks for hooded eyes, so this is why I do my cut crease as high as I do them. That way people that have hooded eyes, you're able to see the design. So I'm just gonna blend in that light pink on top to blend it out so it doesn't look like just a line, just like I'm showing there. And then I'm going to add a little bit more product to make it a little darker, how I did it on the other side. Now we continue doing that. And then we're going to go ahead and do the cut crease, which is a darker, like I want to say burgundy. But here's a small tip, guys, that I'm showing on the video. If you need a brush for it to be flat and you have a fluffier brush, you just put a bobby pin in the end of that brush and it works as a flat brush. So then you're gonna see me working with that technique of a brush to make that color pop out. As you want it a little bit thin, the brushes that are a little fluffier gives it a more outer look, if that makes sense. But here we go, this is how I do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and look up and kind of mark it, since we have hooded eyes. So that's another tip right there. If you have hooded eyes, open your eyes while you're doing that shadow, mark it a little bit so you'll know where you have to put the product at. As you can see, I look up first, I mark it with a brush, and then I work with what came out there. So there you go. And that is where that darker color should be. So when I have my eyes open, it looks like I do have, well, it doesn't look, it is the cut crease. So that is what, make sure you guys, when you do, if you do ever need to have to do a bobby pin look like that with a brush, make sure the longer side of the bobby pin is not going towards your inner eye. That will block you from being able to do your design. Now if we do it separate, I believe later on in the video I try it so you guys can see, but yes, make sure always the rest of the bobby pin is in the outer part of the brush of your eye. So here we are blending this darker burgundy color that I believe is also from the Jaclyn Hill palette too. And we are blending the darker color, making sure it is equal with the color on the other eye that we had done prior to continuing this video. And there you go. That's the part that I was mentioning to you guys, why you need to do it on the outer part, not the inside, because that would also just stop it, not give you a good effect, and it would be also hitting your nose. Anyway, so we're going to get a little bit of the pinker product that we use in the beginning, and we're going to just blend it so it doesn't look as harsh and as marked in a line. And then I cleaned a little bit to see if that shadow would clean off that I had accidentally put, or just, when I was marking. But concealer fixes it all. We're going to add now the cut crease. We're going to do the cut crease with that same small brush that I used to clean my brows. We are going to add the cut crease part to the lid, and again, that's another technique. As you guys saw, you look all the way up, so it basically marks where you're gonna do your cut crease. That way your makeup, it looks like a cut crease, and you make sure. A lot of people do where the line is at, but unfortunately throughout the day that dissolves or it goes away because you have hooded lids. So as for me, that I have hooded lids, I would have to do it like so you guys, it's visible, and the look is really nice. So we go around doing that with the cut crease. I go through the whole lid, and if in case you need more product, you get some. If in case you have too much product and you need to take it off, all you would have to do is clean the brush, tap it, clean, tap and clean, which does, it's basically cleaning it and drying it out. So that's a good technique as well for when you add or accidentally add too much of your concealer. So I believe that is done. So now we're going to go in with adding the light pink. Right now I'm just tapping, cleaning what I just mentioned. Then we're going to go in with the lightest pink from the palette. It's like a hot pink. We're going to go in with that color, and we're going to get added to the eye. And that is the light pink that we're going to be adding at the moment for the lid where we did the cut crease. I'm sorry about that. I had another shirt over my going out shirt. Due to all that powder, it does come off and then it goes on your clothes. So here we go. We're going to add the light pink to our look here, and it does stand out when you add concealer. So I am just patting. I am not like brushing. It's patting so the color can stay on, and also the pigmented pink, so the pigmented pink can stay on there, for a better look. Some palettes or some colors come out brighter, obviously, when you add white in the background. So here is my I want to say hot pink. I don't have the palette on my hand to tell you guys what color it is, but I might have to add it in the description. But here we go. We are just saturating the lid with that color, making sure it has the same effect pink, as beautiful as the other eye that is already finished. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to continue to pat, we're going to continue to blend, we're going to continue to make sure the color stays on. Now don't worry about all the shadow that is falling under the eye. You just have to clean it at the end so it looks better. Okay, now that I have patted the lighter pink, we're going to go in again with our darker part of the brush, darker part of the color, to make sure we blend it in like so. And then now we're going to take the bobby pin off, because we're going to be using the fluffy part of the brush to do the ends with that same color, that same dark color. We're going to be doing the end part of the eyeshadow. You don't want to go all the way inwards, you just want the edge like so. And we're going to keep adding product just to make it a little bit darker. Okay, so we're gonna check that out, make sure it's both sides the same color, and if not, you add a little bit more product. So this is the look so far. And so now we're gonna go in with a glitter part of like a burgundy type of color, and we're gonna add it to the middle part, and we're gonna use our finger. We're gonna add it to the middle part of the colors that blended in at the end right there. We're just gonna tap it there to put a little bit of a accent of glitter. You can't, that part kind of filled it where the video part where you can't really see it, but it's there. So you just want to pat it a little bit harder, firmer, so you can make sure that color, you can see it. Just like that. And you guys can see that right there. Perfect. So now we're going to begin with adding a little bit more of the the lighter pink to both sides of the eyes, like so. Make sure it's blended, make sure it's all good to go in the colors that you want. And basically this is the application of 3 colors so far, plus the glitter burgundy. So now we're gonna clean under the eyes. We're gonna get that leftover eyeshadow that fell under our eyes, and I use a wipey, any baby wipe, to clean under the eyes, and it works perfectly well for me. So we're gonna clean both eyes like so, and once I'm done cleaning both sides, sometimes I do clean around the nose area, since sometimes it does fall under there, but it's up to you how you want to clean it, just to take off that shadow and make sure it's off completely. So we continue cleaning both sides of the eyes with the wipey. Now we're going to continue prepping the rest of the face with a Nivea moisturizing cream, and that is why I was telling you in the beginning that later on we will see why. And this is why, because we have to clean off the excess shadow, so there would be no point of prepping when we were going to end up taking it off with the wipey. So now we're prepping it with the Nivea moisturizing cream, and we're going to go all over the face to make sure it is softening and ready. Now this is going to be the Urban Decay prepping spray. It's called Quick Fix, and that is going to be applied over the moisturizing cream on the face. And then now where it's going to be ready, I'll let it dry, and it's going to be ready for foundation around the whole face. So this part I am going to, like I've told you before, I do mix both foundations, because one is too light and one is too dark. So we can get warm honey, and I believe the other one's natural. We blend those 2 colors to make my color for my face. Now I'm going to get ahead and apply it on my face so we could apply foundation. And this part I will not record, since I'm sure you guys are aware of how to apply it. We apply it with a brush. So now this is how it is at the end, and we're going to set it with the pressed powder and the color medium deep, and we're going to set the foundation with this powder and your powder brush. We're going to go around our neck, around our face, around our forehead, and we're going to set it all in. Then we're going to begin doing our highlighting under our eyes to make sure we fix those dark circles, and for that one we're going to be using concealer. Again, I use the Revlon concealer, and that is one we're going to apply under the eyes. You're going to apply it on both sides. Now I'm going to show you guys how I do one side, and the other side would be done due to video shortage. That way it's not too long. So here I am going to start doing one side of the eye, and that is how that eye is going to be looking when I'm done with both sides. And if you notice, when I apply foundation and I am applying concealer, I do not brush. I do not do the brushing motion. I tap it. I tap for anything that I use this brush for. I tap. I do not do the brushing motion. So this is gonna be me right here doing both sides. once it's done. Here we go. And now we're gonna sit under the eye with the air spun in the color natural neutral. Put it under with my beauty blender, and I'm going to apply this powder right under the eye on both sides. And this is, I'm going to just end up doing the whole face to make sure everything is ready when I complete it. So I go under the eye in the middle line of the nose, so when we contour the nose, that's covered and it's not going to get any product around it. Just on the sides where we want our nose to look a little bit smaller. And so we're going to put a little bit on the forehead, and then we're going to leave it as is for now, because later on leave your spun open or available or around, because you will be using it to apply that product once the bronzer is on your face. So now we are going to be working with I believe it's the bottom part of the shadow. Let me see, because I don't quite remember. But yes, so we're going to be doing the bottom part of the eyeshadow, and it's going to be that same burgundy glittery red. We're going to apply that under at the waterline of your eyes. So you're going to be able to see that motion with a smaller brush, and we can apply that under the eye. So I'm going to let you guys see what's done with that little brush. So we're going to do that to both sides of the eyes. Now I'm applying the same amount to the other eye. We're going to apply a little bit more so it looks even, equal on each side. And there you go. That's how we do that. The whole look comes out right there from just the shadow. And then I don't know what. Okay. I'm gonna add a little bit more product. There you go. It's coming along. You guys can see that's how it looks. And this is how it's gonna look. So now I'm gonna brush off from the areas where I'm gonna be doing my eyeliner. We're gonna brush off the powder, the natural neutral. And now we're going to be applying, if I'm not mistaken, in this part of the video, I'm going to be applying the eyeliner. Now this eyeliner, liquid eyeliner, is not the one I usually use, but it ended up being very good. It's the e.l.f. liquid eyeliner. And let's go ahead and apply that so you guys can see. And I apply it like so. Then this is going to be a wing eyeliner. The brush is really, really soft, so I do recommend this e.l.f. liquid eyeliner other than the Wet n Wild that I die for. Yes, I'll set it. Now that is the ending of this eyebrow application. So then we're gonna finish off this wing with our final application. So I always do, sometimes I do it either way depending on how I feel it's gonna look better. Sometimes I go in from the inside to the out, from the outer to the inside. So this is a little bit of how I do the inside to the out, connecting these lines together. So this is how it's going to end up looking. I do like to do it dramatic since the shadow is dramatic and it matches the length of the shadow. So I always reconnect these lines, make sure they're clean and clear. And then we're gonna go ahead and finish off the other one. Yes, I did, I forwarded it so it was done, so you guys don't have to see it twice. But now we're gonna go ahead and go with the pencil, the Sephora 24-hour eye pencil they have in the color black. This is a lovely, lovely pencil that I enjoy using from Sephora. And I did get the mini to try it out first, so it's worked pretty well for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it under the eye for both eyes here, just like you see it. There you go. And now we are going to start off with removing the airspun. This is the setting powder that we applied earlier on each side. Now that we are done with the application of the under eyeshadow, the waterline, and so on. So now we're going to go ahead and work with lashes. These are my 3D in the number 07. These lashes are beautiful, beautiful lashes. And they are only $1, guys. So those are wonderful, wonderful. So we're gonna go ahead and cut them up. They are too long for my liking. They actually do fit perfect, but what I don't like is when I open my eyes, it kind of pokes me on the inner part. Not the line, but the lash, and I do not like that when I'm looking up. So I do cut each side's a little piece, so it's a little shorter, so I'm able to move it around. Now that is the glue that I used. That was the Proclaim hair bonding, and it's black. Just remember, I love this glue. I love it. I don't know how to say it else, but I do love it. I put a small amount. Now, if you guys could kind of see in the video, it is watery, very watery, really water-based. So go ahead and make sure you guys be careful when you squeeze it out so it doesn't go all over your lashes. Another thing, make sure you let it dry. It does dry fairly fast. You don't need to put a thick layer. A thin one is fine, and it does dry pretty fast, where you're not struggling sitting there 2 minutes waiting for it to dry. It doesn't work that way. And it is fairly very easy also to remove once you're done wearing your lashes. It is really easy to remove. I will be making a video of how to clean up the lashes and how to show you how it looks. Okay, so I'm gonna clean my bottle here with my hand. I will also show you later on in the video what it's kind of like a rubbery consistency, so it doesn't even stain your skin. So it's pretty perfect. So we're gonna go ahead and put on this first lash. I'm gonna go ahead and bend it. I always bend my lashes so it's easier to apply. Sometimes you apply it and it's like basically done because you already did it to the eye shape. When it's straight, you know, it's kind of hard to maneuver it around. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. We'll go ahead and blow on it. I did put it a little thicker, so I have to blow on the lash line. So we're gonna go ahead and apply it in the middle part of your eye. And then, as you guys can see, I kind of snugged it there. Make sure it's stuck, and then you can maneuver it. You could actually maneuver it around wherever you need it. I like it from the end to the end. The inner part of the eye, I do not like it like I said earlier, to poke me, so I move it so it's not in my way. And there is the lash, guys. Perfectly beautiful lashes. This is the 3D mink lashes in 07. They are only $1, guys. I love these lashes. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on the other side. I do have 3 favorite lashes that I use. This is the 3D that I use, but I also have the 5D mink, and number 25 and 26 are also my favorites. So, but I will be making updates on those videos once I am located where I'm gonna be moving. Right now I only have these numbers. So we're gonna do the same thing on the other side, maneuver it, make sure it's where I want it, and there you go. Those are my lashes. So we're gonna wait for a little bit and make sure it's dry. I always do tug it and from inner middle to the outer part of the lash to make sure it's fully dried and glued onto my my lids. So now we're gonna go with the Too Faced Damn Girl mascara, and we're gonna apply it on our lids, on our waterline here, where we could finish it off with the mascara. And then I do 3 applications for this at times, sometimes even 4. I do like it a little bit dramatic. Some people don't. It's optional, you know, it's your option. Like, there you go, you can see my first application, and it's up to you if you want just 1 application. So here I fast forwarded to where I already did both sides. Now I'm doing the top part of my lashes, and this is how I do it. I do apply mascara on my false eyelashes. Nothing does happen to them. I have heard in other videos not to do that, to apply mascara first and then you apply on your lashes. Honestly, it works better for me this way. Also do, because I do make sure my real lashes and my false are together. So there's some girls I've seen that they have beautiful lashes, but once you look up you can see the real ones sticking out. I do not like that. So you know, it makes it more obvious that we're wearing lashes. We're trying to make it look a little more natural. Yes, we know everybody knows we're wearing them, but it'll be beautiful to look that way. So what I do is I curl it once it's fully dry, not curl it all the way, just enough to have my real lashes and the false connect together. So here I go, taking off that glue to show you guys that it comes off right off after I took off after I closed it. Now we're gonna bronze. This is the Hotel Hairless or Heritage, something like that. It's from Tarte for the bronzer, and I love this bronzer as well. You can get this at Sephora. That's where I got it from, and I'm going to be doing my contouring with it throughout my whole face. And then I'm going to go ahead and go towards the forehead as well to make sure I clear that out. So this is a little bit of how I do it. Sorry, I do move my mouth everywhere. That's just to make sure that I have it where I want it. So I'm going to outline my face basically with this bronzer, and then I'm going to go ahead and do my forehead. And then I'm gonna run it through my whole face to make sure it's how it is, how I like it. Then I'm gonna get my air spun. And I already had done, as you guys seen with the previous video of how I done under the line. Now I'm gonna do under where I applied the bronzer to make sure it doesn't look like it went everywhere. Kind of basically cleaning, kind of like you do your eyebrows. So that is what I do there. And now we're gonna go ahead and make sure everything else is the same and clean. And now I'm gonna do my nose contouring. And this is, I use the same thing, same bronzer. I run the line down, and that is with the setting powder, not spray, right in the middle of the nose. And why I do that as well, guys, that's a good tip right there, is that way if you guys can see, if it goes away, it's still covering it. It's kind of like protecting that so the bronzer or the contour color doesn't go all over the nose where the nose is going to look dark. We don't want that. We want it to kind of fade out, like I'm doing right now with the brush motion, to fade out so your nose looks a bit smaller. Now I've had my nose broken, so I love to do this technique so my nose doesn't look as big, or my bone that did pop out at that one time is sticking out. So that's why I also always make sure I contour my nose, as you guys can see. And then now we have completed that part of the look. So now we're going to go ahead and work with blush. We're going to work with the blushes, and I'm going to see what color I'm going to be using. That pink, like a lighter pink in the middle of that palette. That's the Profusion palette that I love to use. And honestly, guys, there is some stuff I get high and some that I don't. This palette is beautiful. Look how beautiful of a pink it gave me. And it was only $1.99 at the 99-cent store. I mean, I do get some stuff there, some at Sephora. You know, we have it clear that some stuff it's better to get at a high-end store, but there's some stuff that, no need. I am inexpensive and expensive depending on the item. So now we're going to work with highlight. This is the highlight that I always use, and we're going to go ahead and apply highlight to the face, to the cheeks, to the sides of the forehead, the nose, the lips. And then you might, if it's optional, if you want to add some right above your shadow under the brow line with the pinky, you're going to go ahead and do that as well if you wish to do that. It is totally up to you though if you don't like it. But look how beautiful it leaves it of an effect at the end, and also in the inner part of your eyes. That looks beautiful. So if in case you put any on your brows, did what I just did, I just basically run my nail through it to kind of fix it. It's not, not a big deal, but it comes out really beautiful when that highlight is on top of your shadow. So then the next part we're going to be working with is This is the inner part that I just mentioned to you guys to make it look a little, to stand out, you know, it looks beautiful. So this is how it looks. And then now we're going to be checking everything out, making sure everything is good. Now we're gonna do our second application of mascara, guys. So we're gonna add the second one. Now again, just remember, you don't have to do the second application if you don't want, or the third or the fourth. It's totally up to you. It's how you want your makeup to look. Okay, and that's my second application of mascara. And again, that is the Damn Girl by Too Faced. That is a very, very good mascara. Now we're gonna go in with, sorry, I had to put chapstick at the time here in the video. Make sure my lips are good. So now we're gonna curl. We're going to work with not curling, like I said. I keep saying curl because it's a curler, but we're just gonna basically push it a little bit. If you guys can see, it's not that much. It's literally just to connect my real lashes with the false eyelashes. And don't worry, when you do remove them, just remove the false eyelashes. Don't pull on your real ones and it will slide right off again. We're gonna brush off the setting powder we added here at the end for the contouring, so it doesn't look so everywhere in the darker color. So we're gonna go ahead and make sure you brush, because this powder kind of does stay. The longer you leave it, the longer it will stay. So you have to make sure you do it really good, or else you will have like a white line. Next and last is the setting spray. This is an Urban Decay setting spray spray. We're gonna go ahead and spray our whole face. Make sure everything is good. Let it dry. And this is the final look, guys. Here is my final makeup look for that pink color. There is the hair done. And with my look here, I'm gonna use this pink. Since it matches with my shadow, I'm going to go ahead and use that pink and go ahead and apply it. That is the Urban Decay pink lipstick there. I don't quite remember the name, but if you guys want to know the name of it, I will definitely add it in the description or in the comments. I am sorry, I'm not, I'm doing a voiceover with this video, so I'm not quite with my makeup, but I will definitely let you guys know. If you like the pink, I don't really go for lipstick. This was a birthday gift. I don't really go for lipsticks. I go for like the matte lip stain, which is my favorite. Number one is the Sephora one, and Tarte and Sephora are my two favorite. And it has to be matte. I like it because I can outline it with that pencil. If you guys could see, I'm kind of struggling there a little bit because I do not really use lipsticks, and you can't really outline your lips with the lipstick. You have to have like a lip liner or a lip brush, which I don't have because I don't really use. So this is what I came up with as far as lipstick. So, and I think and here I am. I'm gonna show you guys the name of it and the number, and it's right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. No, it doesn't come out, but anyways, if you guys do want to know the name of it, I will definitely put it in the description. But this is my final look. I hope you guys liked it, enjoyed it, learned something about this look, or any ideas or tricks or advice. But I hope you guys loved it. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and click on the little bell so you guys can know when I upload new videos. I love you guys. Have a great day.